Beauty arises when the soul is satisfied. Welcome to the Beauty Way series, and join me, Cora Darlington, as we explore what it truly means to live a beautiful life, inner and outer. Welcome to episode 1 of my new series, The Beauty Way. It feels like an age since I was here with you last in Thrive Live, but it feels really, really good to be back with you again. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with both myself and my work, my name is Cora Darlington, and I have been in the world of coaching and mentoring for over 20 years. In the areas of female leadership, of burnout, and something that I call life architecture, and most recently design. I am a mum to a really beautiful 12-year-old daughter and wife to a very gorgeous but very, very patient husband. So the Beauty Way series has been inspired by a very powerful and ancient Indian Navajo philosophy of the same name. And it is all about the cultivation of a very sacred and deep respect for all life. It is a kind of holistic approach where you apply the values and the energies of interconnectedness, of harmony, of unity, of internal peace, of love, of course, beauty, and a very natural sense of appreciation and gratitude for life. Now, this is a philosophy and a way of being that I believe has never, ever been more important than right here, right now, especially in this world that we are living in, that would have us in a space of fear and scarcity and lack, of chaos, of instability, and of course, separation from one another all day, every day, if we allowed it to. And I really, really know for sure that there is an incredibly different way to be experiencing ourselves and our lives. And that is why I have created this series at this point in time, so that we can actively explore what it really looks like to be intentional and radical creators of a new world, a new earth, a new way of being. And we're not going to just be exploring that with just myself. I'm going to be introducing a whole host of incredible human beings over the lifespan of this series. So I'm really, really excited to be bringing you all of those wonderful people. Yeah, really, really excited. So we're going to kick off today with, like I said, episode 1 and the question of how to live a truly beautiful life. So the question is how to live a truly beautiful life. Now, after decades of being in the active and hungry question of what is this life and what is it all about, what I have come to know is that if we want to experience a beautiful life, we have to choose it. We have to commit to having that experience. And that is a massive shift. Now, that doesn't mean living a life of toxic positivity. It doesn't mean pretending that things are not challenging and hard when they are. It doesn't mean spiritually bypassing. But what it does mean is being willing to see with different eyes, unconditioned eyes. It is being willing to see with a different lens, have a radical shift in perspective. One that allows you to be able to see the beauty in absolutely everything. One that allows you to be the beneficiary rather than the victim. Now, I've experienced an awful lot of challenging circumstances over my lifetime, as I'm sure you have. And I can attest to the fact that in every single one of those experiences, there was beauty to be found. There was riches to be mined. But it took a willingness for me to be able to see it in order for me to be able to mine that treasure, to find that gold. It is a process of alchemy that requires for us to go beyond our conditioning. It requires us to be wrong about everything, which is something as human beings we find really challenging because we love to be right. But in order for us to see a different world, one that is not of our conditioned suffering and lack and scarcity, you know, we have to be willing to be wrong. in order for us to see something very different, because we will see in the world out there, we will see what we expect to see. And that's just how it is. Each and every one of us are creators, and we are creating all day, every day. There's not a minute that we are not creating, but mostly we're creating unconsciously and sloppily, and we're creating from a base conditioned dysfunctional material of, like I said, scarcity, of lack, of chaos, of pain, of suffering, of struggle, of separation. That's the base material that we're creating from all the time. But when we learn to see again, when we learn to have that shift, to see, be willing to see beauty and love and possibility and opportunities for connection and opportunities for growth and compassion and abundance, when we're willing to look again and change our minds, we create worlds. We create worlds, and we become the intentional architects of a new world. And we really need each and every one of us, as many people as we can, to take up that mantle right now. We really, really need that. And there is heaven and hell in every single moment. There's heaven here right now, and there is hell here right now. And what makes heaven or hell is our perspective. It is our viewpoint. It is a way that we choose to interface with whatever is happening in our lives. And so I guess, you know, right here, right now, I'm asking you, which one is it that you want? Do you want to see heaven, or do you want to see hell? Do you want to see love? Do you want to see unity? Do you want to see oneness? Do you want to see compassion? Do you want to see abundance? Do you want to see new opportunity? Do you want to see new possibility? Or do you want to see suffering and pain and chaos and war and sickness? Which ones do you want to see? Because we really, really do create the world that we see with our perspective and our framing of the world. And so what I'm going to ask you to do right now is a right here, right now experience of what I'm talking about, because I can talk for days. Anybody that knows me knows that. Got notes all around me with lots of bullet points on. I could talk for days, but what I find to be much more powerful is a direct experience of something, our own direct experience of something. So we're going to be in the active experience of applying the beauty way, of applying heaven or hell. So I'm going to invite you, if you're willing, to close down your eyes with me now. You're going to close down your eyes and just allow yourself to land in your internal space. Let your body settle. Let your breath deepen. Let your breath slow. And just allow yourself to become that little bit more present. And as you do that, I want you to bring to mind a challenge that you are facing in your life right now. It might be an experience, it could be a person. If it's really bothering you, it should be right there. You shouldn't have to search for it. It could be something that is bringing about feelings of anxiety, or sadness, resentment, anger, or fear, or lack. It could be having you contract. It could be all of those things. I want you to really just allow that thing to land within you, feeling all the feelings and then sensations that it brings about when you do that. And for just a few moments with me, I want you to open up a little space to be willing to see this thing differently. To look again and see with different eyes, with a new perspective. One that allows you to be the beneficiary and not the victim of this thing or this person. One that allows you ease, maybe, instead of suffering. One that allows possibility instead of hopelessness. And I'm asking you, can you love yourself enough to alchemize this thing, for it to be life affirming? And I want you to ask maybe a few of these questions to yourself. How is this thing or this person, this experience, bringing me more clarity? How is it making me more clear? In what ways? Showing me what I want or do not want. How might it be helping me to know myself more? Bringing about a deeper sense of self-awareness or self-knowledge. And there is nothing more important than that. Is it offering me the opportunity to let go, to surrender? Is it offering me the opportunity to be supported, to be contributed to? Is it giving me the opportunity to trust more? And I want you to even open to the possibility that it may be redirecting you to something better, something closer to what you've been desiring. I want you to consider that your here now view may be very narrow, and you might not be aware of everything that is going on. And that this too may be really working out for you, though it may look different. And that does not mean disallowing or dishonoring how challenging this thing may be for you. It is honoring all of that. And I want you to literally feel how you can alchemize your own energy, how you can choose again without any external circumstances needing to change, how you can choose heaven or hell. This is truly what we talk about when we're talking about creatorship. And even being with the resistance of changing your perspective is super valuable. So is there resistance there? Do you not want to change your mind? Do you want to stay in your suffering to be right? And even that contributes to a state of self-honesty. Just being with all of that. And it might be that after the episode finishes today, you might want to journal a little bit around this. And I'd really love if you experienced anything for you to share underneath too. I want you to keep your eyes closed. And now I want you to breathe a bit more deeply into your body. On the inhale, allow a full expansion of your chest and of your belly, really pushing into all of your edges. And on your breath out, really take the opportunity to release anything that you do not wish to take into the rest of your day or your night, using your out breath to really just empty. A really beautiful tool, your breath to just empty. Just creating some internal spaciousness. And then still with your eyes closed, I want you to introduce any movement into your body, any places where you're feeling tight or rigid, and may feel a bit sore. Just allowing your body to lead. And then I want you to take one last big and full breath. And at the end of the breath, I'm inviting you to open up your eyes again. And thanking you for taking part in that if you did. And like I said, if you experienced anything, it would be really cool if you shared it underneath. And that is it for this first episode. Really encouraging you all to really begin to think about how you can be more intentional with this focus and this perspective of yours, and really asking yourself in every moment, what am I choosing here? Am I choosing heaven and beauty and love, or am I choosing hell and fear and pain? Yeah, let that be an active practice between now and the next time that we come back together again. And the next time we come back together again, I will not be on my own. I will be introducing you to the most incredible woman. She is a soul sister of mine, for sure. She has run across America. She is the most profoundly talented artist. She's one of those annoying people that can make something beautiful out of anything. She lives up in the Californian redwoods. She is an off-gridder. She is wise beyond her years, and she is going to share with us how she applies the beauty way to her life, how she alchemizes all day and every day. She is like a magnificent manifester. I'm extremely excited to bring her to you, and so she will be with me next. Very excited about that. So don't forget to like and share with anybody who you feel needs to hear what we've been talking about today, or what we've been exploring today. I'm sending you so much love, and I am wishing you all the most beautiful life from now until the next time I see you.